So in 2024, this happened.
You know, there's only one person sitting in the car. It's just me.
Oh yeah, and so did this.
Joseph Newgarden! Around the outside of Prema! Joseph Newgarden is a two-time Indy 500 winner! Oh my goodness!
And let's not forget this.
Okay, yeah, definitely a very, very scary wreck.
And Marcus Ericsson. Oh!
Now here's a short-ish video onto why you should watch IndyCar in 2025. Alright, so according to my analytics, 1000% of you guys are not subscribed to my channel. This is obviously very disappointing, so I need you guys to smash the like button. So I need you guys to smash the subscribe button and like the video. First off, Alex Palou is trying to go for a record-tying third championship in a row. This hasn't happened since Dario Franchitti back in 2011, who just so happens to be kind of a trainer for Alex Palou in Chip Ganassi Racing right now. Another thing to look at for 2025, veterans like Will Power, Scott Dixon are going to try and build on some well-needed momentum from the late last season. And especially Will Power is trying to look for redemption after his absolute fumble of a championship run that was towards the end of the season. Long story short, Will Power had a chance to win the championship and steal it from Alex Palou. He spun out in Milwaukee, and his seatbelt somehow magically came loose in Nashville, and that pretty much sealed his championship fates. Scott Dixon, he's been looking to try and get a championship since 2020, and it'll be a record-tying 7th IndyCar championship. So I would tie him with the likes of Jimmy Johnson in NASCAR and Lewis Hamilton in F1. You also got a bunch of drivers trying to prove themselves in 2025, being Stingray Robb and Connor Daly moving into the new seats for Honka Solongi Racing. You got Marcus Ericsson, who had an absolutely horrific year in Andretti last year. He's looking to try and hopefully get some better results. Alexander Rossi switch rides from McLaren over to Ed Carpenter Racing, looking to try and find hopefully some new life over there. David Malukas, who went from McLaren to Meyershank Racing to now AJ Foyt Racing, is looking to prove himself over there with a team that has a Penske alliance. Christian Lundgaard, who went from Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing to McLaren, who I think pretty much is taking Malukas' seat, and Nolan Siegel, who was pretty much just thrust into the spotlight like halfway through last season to try and build on some momentum that he had last year on the short ovals especially. He seemed to be doing pretty good there, so hopefully he does a little bit better on all the other tracks. One team that will be looking to prove their worth is Prema. Now, it's important to keep low expectations for this team because new teams in IndyCar don't really do well their first year, and plus they're pretty much having Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing equipment and alliance, so it's not going to be pretty their first year, but they could show some bright spots and get a couple top 10s. But on the ovals, especially Indy 500, it might be a struggle given RLL's past qualifying attempts, mainly 2023 and 2024 being absolutely horrific for that team. But a little bit background for Prema. Prema is pretty much like the GOAT of the F2 series. They're pretty much like the Kansas City Chiefs of that series. Callum Eilert and Robert Schwartzman are actually the past F2 drivers, and Callum Eilert, being the most recent driver to compete in IndyCar, probably has the most experience for the team and probably going to be the one who gets a lot of information to give to Schwartzman this season. Another big thing to look forward to is the new hybrid system that will be in use for the first half of the season. Around halfway in 2024, this new hybrid technology was thrust into the spotlight at Mid-Ohio and put on full display with a crazy battle between Alex Palou and Pato O'Ward, which Pato O'Ward drove a masterful last bit of the race to hold off Alex Palou with lap traffic ahead of him and Alex Palou on his ass and everything. And it's pretty much just showed us a little bit like how the hybrid has potential to do good things in 2025, but it's going to take a lot of getting used to. I mean, we haven't raced in the first 5 or 6 races with this hybrid technology. We haven't done St. Pete, Long Beach, Thermal, or the Indy 500 as a matter of fact. And we did quite a bit of racing last year with short ovals with this technology, but it didn't really do much in my opinion. It was kind of a dud if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, it helped out passing every now and again, but it didn't really do as much as everyone thought it could do. That, I mean, this is just like the early days of the hybrid technology, so there's a lot to be improved upon, of course. So I got high hopes for the hybrid system being a very important component in exciting racing product.
This is Joseph Newgarden.
So far, Fox has done an amazing job at promoting IndyCar on Fox. And what's great about this is that every single IndyCar race this season is going to be on big Fox. It's not going to be on any stupid FS1, FS2, you know, all that stuff. Any NXT will be, but I mean, that's a side note. IndyCar is going to be on Fox every weekend that they're racing. And if you haven't seen so far, the Newgarden and Alex Palou commercials have been amazing so far, and I'm looking forward to whenever Pato Award's commercial will release in the near future, hopefully. And I'm also looking forward to the potential Super Bowl ad, because Fox is going to be broadcasting the Super Bowl this year, so hopefully we get a cool little IndyCar promo during the Fox Super Bowl broadcast. Next up, Andretti. Andretti kind of had a good season last year in terms of, you know, wins and competitiveness. They actually had a pretty decent year compared to 2023, with Kyle Kirkwood being their only winner that season. To have Colton Herta be the only driver to get wins last year for the team was good, but it would have been nice to see the whole team, you know, Kirkwood and Ericsson get some wins too, but they did have some bright spots as well. I mean, specifically Kirkwood and Herta finishing 1-2 at Toronto, which was awesome, and Ericsson finishing on the podium in Detroit. And that was a good sign of momentum for Ericsson for the season, hopefully. And I think overall, Andretti is going to be a big threat to not only win some races, but also be a good contender for the championship this year. We know that Herta was kind of a factor in the championship, but like, he was one of the long shots to win the championship over Palou. We all knew that, you know, it was just going to be Palou versus Power at the end of this season. Herta did manage to get second place in championship under Palou by winning the last race of the season at his home track in Nashville, his first oval win. So I think Herta is going to be a very big threat, hopefully, for 2025 championship season. Now, it has been heard in the Media Day press conference that Joseph Newgarden is going to try and be the first driver since Dan Wheldon in 2005 to win the Indy 500 and the championship in the same season. This would be absolutely insane accomplishment for Newgarden to cap off the 2025 season. But me personally, I kind of hope he doesn't do it, because I would like to see Dan Wheldon to just keep that record in IndyCar history. But, you know, if it happens, it happens. I'll respect a Newgarden. He's a fantastic driver, and, you know, if he wins the 500 and the championship same year, he's just proven to everyone else why he is the face of the sport right now, other than Alex Palou. So that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like down below. Make sure to subscribe to this channel to see some more awesome IndyCar content. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Here they come.